Zelenskyy, I hate. As soon as I saw him start to come to the White House dressed like that, wearing his custom-made athleisure, it's a lack of respect. You're just wearing whatever you want to wear to send a message and probably to promote some merchandise. This dude is a Hollywood actor at best. For a very long time, Zelenskyy has come to the White House and disrespected the United States. What I want to say is, I would not like to fund any of these wars. But if we're going to do that, you could at least show some respect when you come to the White House. This dude's not wearing a suit. I want to touch on the suit topic off rip. Some say, oh, his country's at war, all this, that, and the third. What that got to do with it? What that got to do with it? So because his country's at war, he has to fly to the United States, halfway around the world in sweatpants. Is that what that means? Like, is he fighting the war in DC? Is he out there on the front lines with a gun? Is he putting himself at risk? This dude is a Hollywood actor at best. He might be an OnlyFans model. For real. I saw this dude with a pair of high heels and some leggings doing all this jazz. Okay, doing all this extra stuff. You know, doing the snake, oiled up, shirt off. I was like, is this dude going to a burlesque show? Is he going to drag queen story time? What's going on with this dude? Speaking about Zelenskyy, now I could show some of his prior performances, but I'm not quite sure if they're appropriate for this show, because you got to cover your kids' eyes because you're not trying to see his stuff wangling around. You understand what I'm saying? It's a little bit inappropriate. This dude knows how to put on the appropriate attire. When he was on television doing all this extra LGBT type activities, he had on the high heels, the leggings, shirt off, oil on his chest. He dressed right for that. When it comes time for a magazine cover, he'll dress right for that. But to come to the White House, he puts on sweatpants and a sweatshirt with a logo on it. What's that logo? Is he selling merch? Does he have a Shopify store with his own merch on it he's trying to sell? Is he literally like selling merch off of the so-called war in Ukraine, which ain't nothing but a proxy war to try and fight the Russian Federation without fighting them directly? Because if you fought them directly, it'd be nuclear warfare, which would destroy the entire planet. Like, what's really going on here? I've hated him from the very beginning. I think that I can use the word hate sometimes. I can. It's okay. You know, people that steal billions of dollars from the taxpayer and then come to the White House and give the middle finger, that's probably appropriate. Okay, that's probably appropriate. People that sow hatred, division, disunity, all while hiding behind righteousness and taking taxpayer money, like some of the news media. I think I could say I hate those people. I think it's okay to say I hate them for their actions, not because of what they look like, not because of where they're from, not because of anything bigoted or hateful. It's because of legitimate, actual reasons. So if I say that, you know that it is real. And I think most people are not going to even disagree with what I'm saying at all. As soon as I saw him start to come to the White House dressed like that, it's a lack of respect. You're not wearing cultural clothing like the Saudis with their white. You're not wearing cultural clothing like some of the isolated tribes. You're not doing that. You're just wearing whatever you want to wear to send a message and probably to promote some merchandise. You could easily put on a suit the same way you put on the proper clothing when it came time for your LGBT little variety show over in Eastern Europe, the same way you put on the appropriate attire for the magazine cover. You're asking for billions of taxpayer dollars.
If you can't give us some financial support, okay, please give us a credit and we will give you back money after the war.
At the same time, you have disdain and disgust for the American taxpayer. It's pretty much like you get your money, you put it in your pocket, and then you give the general public the middle finger. That's kind of what he does. And I have been seeing that and saying that from the start. So I'm glad that he was finally confronted on that rather than him just doing whatever he wants to do. Okay, that's just what it is. It's all about respect. Some say,
oh, ABL is not that big of a deal.
Well, listen, in some cultures, if you don't take your shoes off when you enter their home, that's an ultimate sign of disrespect, and you might get hurt for that. You might have something happen to you for that. They might do something to you over that. Now, some are going to say, well, that's an overreaction. No, it's, hey, we have rules, we have customs, we have things that show respect. And if you don't want to do those things, you got a couple options. A, don't come here.
Do not come.
Or B, do it, or else there's going to be a problem. In this instance, he's not showing respect, trying to talk back, talking about, JD, what about this diplomacy and the ceasefire never works? Bro, I need you to, hey, Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Let's sign this deal and go to lunch. You want to be in there opining, giving you 2 cents, yapping. It's like, yo, shut your pie hole, just sign a deal and go about your business. Next, why you gotta do all this extra stuff right in front of people? He was grandstanding. Then they want to say that Trump is responsible and or JD Vance talking about, oh, they destroyed the national order. And shut up. We are tired of all this nonsense. The mainstream media, the politicals, they've lost all trust because they've lied to us over and over again. Whenever I see the mainstream media talking, whenever I see the majority of these politicals talking, I can assume they're lying. All right? Somebody might want to ask me,
Hey, ABL, how do you know if the media or a politician is lying?
you know, my answer is going to be, I know y'all know the answer. If you hear them talking, that's how you know they're lying. If you hear them talking, they're lying. If their lips are moving and sound is coming out, assume it's a lie. They're going to hide the truth, and then when they want to tell you the truth is not going to be anything that's beneficial. So why would I trust them or listen to them or believe them for anything? And when they don't lie to us, they say the absolute wrong thing and give out bad policy. That's pretty much where we are with these people. So Zelenskyy, I hate, and I'm glad that Trump and Vance, and I think it was a reporter in the room, I'm glad they stood up to him. Bravo. Shout out to y'all. Hold on. Round of applause for everyone who stood up to Zelenskyy in the Oval Office. It was long overdue. They should have done it under Biden. Zelenskyy treated Biden like garbage. I'm not a Biden fan, but he treated Biden really badly. I remember when Biden was a president, allegedly, I had posted a picture of Zelenskyy in the White House wearing his usual green sweatpant attire, his little athleisure, as y'all called it. Shout out to y'all in the comments. You guys are funny. Athleisure was hilarious. Wearing his custom-made athleisure. It's got to be custom-made because where do you find adult sizes if you're 5 foot tall as a man? I'm not really sure. So it was custom-made just for him. And he's in the Oval Office with Biden at the time. Biden is signing something, giving them, I don't know, $100 trillion or something like this. He's signing something at the desk. And Zelensky's looking at him like this. Disgust. I'm like, oh my goodness, I was heated. I don't like Biden. I don't like his administration, but this is America. You're disrespecting us. It's not even about Biden. It's not about a Kamala. It's about the country. You're coming in here taking our money to the tune of $350 billion US. You took our money. And then you want to show such a lack of respect, a lack of care, a lack of anything. It was really bad. So again, I'm glad that that happened to him.
Give us a credit and we will give you back money.